Good afternoon, everyone. You're back in the kitchen with the Barlow Queen. Previously, I did a recipe just a little while ago and posted it. I'm going to go ahead and show you how I'm going to make dinner tonight, but I'm not going to post this one until tomorrow. This is what we call chicken supreme, and my family loves it. I pray your family's going to love it too. Basically, I try to get everything prepped, so I'm going to tell you what I've done ahead of time. The recipe itself calls for 9 chicken breasts. I did 6, and so that's my 6 chicken breasts shredded up, and they're not in like small threads. I mean, they're kind of chunky pieces. So basically, you're just going to boil it. I boil my chicken in chicken broth, but you can boil it in water. And generally, you'll salt and pepper it. I am not a huge salt person. And for this recipe, it calls for 3 cans of cream of chicken soup. So that's going to have salt in it. And when we're going to make a stuffing later, it's made with chicken broth, so there's salt in that. So I'm more of we're going to do less salt right now, and then when we taste it, if it's not salty enough, you can add more. So I just boiled mine in chicken breast in the chicken broth, and I just added pepper. So I've got it shredded up in my casserole dish, my 9x13 glass dish. I've got the oven preheating on 350. The recipe calls for 2 8-ounce blocks of Kraft sharp cheddar cheese. So you shred it yourself. So I've already shredded all my cheese. So this is 2 8-ounce blocks shredded sharp cheddar. I've got 16 ounces of sour cream. I've got 3 cans cream of chicken soup. And sherry cooking wine. The recipe calls for a half a cup of sherry cooking wine. I like it, but I don't want it to be overpowering, so I'm only going to put a quarter of a cup in mine. So what we're going to do to get started, as I said, I've already got my chicken here. I've got my oven preheated to 350. So we're going to take our cheese. We are going to dump in the sour cream. Let's see. So this is another one of those super easy recipes. Throw it all together. We're going to do 3 cans of the cream of chicken. You may notice my cream of chicken cans look different because 2 of them are a Brookshire brand and 1 of them is a Walmart brand, and for some reason the color looks really different. Alright, I got 1 more can after this one. Now you can even make this up the day before, and then when you get home from work, throw it in the oven. Once it's in the oven, it takes 30-45 minutes. So, I don't know, maybe if somebody's at your house before you get home from work, maybe an hour before you get home, let them just take it out of the refrigerator and sit it on the counter so that it'll be room temperature when you start baking it. If not, it just might take a few more minutes. Alright, so we got that. Now we're going to add the cooking sherry, and I'm going to show you. This is the one I buy. This is the only recipe I have that uses cooking sherry, so it lasts a long time for me. So I'm going to pour in the cooking sherry. Now we're just going to stir this up real well. We're going to use this one. So we're just going to stir it and get it just as good and creamy as we can. And you can smell that cherry. That sherry cooking spray or cooking oil. You can smell it. I'm not a wine drinker, so anything like that is very potent to me. Alright, I'm going to pause you for a minute because it's going to take me a while to incorporate all this cheese, and then I'll be back. Alright. So I've got it good and mixed all together. And now we're just going to spread it over the top of the chicken. I'm trying my best not to drop the bowl. We're just spreading it and smoothing it out. Now on the stove, I have got 2 cups of chicken broth just heating up, along with 2 tablespoons of butter. And I've got a cornbread stuffing from Pepperidge Farm. You can use whatever, stovetop, whatever stuffing that you like. Alright, got this just about good enough. Okay. I'm going to pick it up and show it to you. My Tupperware, my glass dish isn't that deep, so I'm not going to use all of the filling mixture, but that is high enough. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, let me move this. I'm going to take this mixture of my broth and my butter, and I'm just going to bring it over here, and I have cornbread classic stuffing. Now, I'm fixing to tell on myself because those of you that know me know sometimes I'm a little crazy. And I found this at the store, this same kind last year. It was like a couple weeks before Thanksgiving, and I found this stuffing, and I was like, oh, I'm going to use it. Well, I'm a dates person, so I start looking at the dates, and it says like October the 7th. So I'm like, okay, this is a couple weeks for Thanksgiving. This is out of date. And so I go get somebody who works at Walmart to tell them they need to pull this whole display because the whole display is out of date. So I, tell her what I want to because, sometimes I'm a smarty. And I just go about my business doing shopping. Well, this girl finds me, so many aisles down. And she's like, ma'am, I got the manager to come and look at the display, and it doesn't expire until 25, not in 24. So this was last Thanksgiving. So let's just say I profusely told them how sorry I was and didn't even for some reason look at the year. I was just looking at the day. I mean, y'all know that sounds like me. So anyway, So I've just got my stuffing mixed with the water and the butter, or not water, but you can use water, but I used chicken broth. Let's see if I can. So it's just stuffing mix. So now you're going to take the stuffing mix and just put it on the top of your mixture. Just spread it out. Whew. Be careful when you're working with it, because it did just come off of the stove, so it's hot. And while I got you, I will say thank you so much to everybody that has subscribed to my channel. I'm up to, I think the last time I checked, I have 124 subscribers. So that's really good for about a week's worth. I'm doing fabulous. And like I say, if y'all see things I'm not doing right, do like you're doing, go ahead, put it in the comments, because I read every comment. And just remember, I'm learning as I go. But I take your comments seriously, and I try to improve and do better. Okay. Now I'm just trying to fill in the spots that I have sparse. Now when we get finished with all this stuffing, we're going to put 1/4 of a cup of the leftover chicken broth from boiling the chicken. We're just going to drizzle it over the top. And I don't know why we do that, but like I say, it's perfection. We don't mess with perfection. And I'm one of those people who don't mind sharing recipes. I do know some people that they ain't going to give you their recipes for nothing, and I just think that's crazy. If somebody wants to make a recipe you made, why would you tell them no, you can't have it? It just makes no sense to me. Alright, we about got it. And two, since this is real time, you know, it kind of tell you how long it's going to take you to make it. Alright. Okay, let me just wipe my hands off. So now we're just going to take that 1/4 cup of chicken broth, and we're just going to kind of drizzle it over the top. Y'all see that? And if you're somebody, I will say, that likes cooking cherry, you're more than welcome to use the 1/2 cup in the recipe. Just preferential for me, I just use 1/4. So now we're going to take this, we're going to put it in the oven, and it calls for 30 to 45 minutes. So we're going to see when the top is golden brown. All right, Harold will have to take that out for me because that was entirely too heavy. But I'm going to pause you here. When I take it out, I'll bring you back. Thanks. Hold on. All right, everybody, I am back. My chicken supreme's done, but since it's so heavy, Harold's gonna have to come and take it out of the oven for me because I cannot. Honey love, come take it out.
Mm-hmm.
You just slide it on off of there.
All right. And by the way, we're using the ramen killer. We're also having a salad tonight and all that.
I like onions on my salad.
And that
I do not eat tomatoes.
came from that. So still going strong.
Alright, it's not about you, Terry. Go. Okay, so can you see? This is bubbling. That's why I know it was done. Because all the mixture is bubbling. But can you see how the tops of the stuffing is golden brown and crunchy? You should be able to see that. But it's absolutely looks fabulous. So, there you have it. That's chicken supreme. That's what we're having for dinner. Salad on the side, green beans. We're done. So, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you make it. If you do make it, comment so that I can know if you did make it and if you liked it. So, thank you so much. I appreciate you stopping by, and I'll see you on the next one.